Yo, welcome to the Ski-Lawdge. It's Breeze. I got my dog Brian with me, my dog Fuzz.
Greetings. Yo, what's up?
So, like, these are some dudes who I've watched for a while, man. Brian does production, man. He does a lot of beats for a lot of people in the city. A lot of remixes. Dude's super talented. And Fuzz an OG in the city, man. Like, I've enjoyed watching him do his thing, rapping. Dude's at a different venue, like, 4 times a week with 11 teen jobs. He's a very busy individual. But no, man, both these dudes have a lot of accolades. They're very talented individuals. And I wanted to bring them in and, like, have them come over and just sit down and kind of talk a little bit and see what they got going on. So I'm going to let them, I'll lead first to you, Brian.
CoolOut Sessions.
CoolOut Sessions, yo. See, I'm going with the government, man.
CoolOut Sessions, straight from Wilmington. Some people call me B. If you're from back in the day at Roland Grice or Hager to Hanover, you might know me as BW. But if you know who BW is, and you call it out on this video, I'm like, okay, we go way back.
That's fire.
Straight from the port city, born and raised, lived other places, but I came back and I'm trying to make it happen for the port, point blank.
Dude, I see you. You stay busy, man. Like, you definitely... I know, like, you do a lot of the remixes, and I know you're doing a lot of production. Like, what are some projects that you're working on real big right now, or things that you've got invested, you know?
The biggest project we're working on is the Fuzz Jacks 2.0.
Yeah.
Jacks to the Future. I think it's going to be one of his best projects overall. I think the fluidity of it from start to finish. This is an album you don't want to, like...
Mix it.
You don't want to just jump from song to song. You know, you want to listen to it straight through like an old Tribe album. I think it's that good. Classic verses that stood over time. It's the 10th anniversary, so he did these songs 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
It still sounds like something fresh today.
So you can give it a new life too. Yeah, a different feel with different production. That's dope,
right? Right. Just give it a different feel.
Fuzz, what's you got going on lately, man? Tell me a little bit about you before that. I mean, before we find out what you got going on, where did you come from, man?
Man, I came from Augusta, GA. I was born in Savannah.
Nice.
Moved to Augusta when I was in my early teens. Started rapping in Augusta. Was living in Augusta when I visited here for the first time. Fell in love with the port, fell in love with the vibe. And so, boom, bounced up, and I've been here ever since and linked up with CoolOut. Like CoolOut said, Jacks to the Future 2.0 is dropping soon. 10 years ago, for those that don't know the whole scheme of the situation and what we got going on, 10 years ago I did a mixtape called Jacks to the Future, and like B said, the verses were fire, and it was just like a mixtape just over like industry beats or whatever.
Okay.
It was just something fun to do. And but what I did was I had put like snippets of the actual movie through the mixtape to give it a little flair, and then B had made so many remixes for me that he was like, "Yo, I'm running out of joints to remix," and I was kind of like, "Yo, I forgot that I."
That's a good problem to have, though. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that's a real good problem to have, yo.
But the funny thing about it, man, was that he was so locked in on making tracks because, like, once B and I linked up, he never stopped making beats. So he was always making remixes and always sending me new stuff. But I couldn't even keep up. So it was like, yo, like, I need some more stuff to remake. And I don't know, did I send you the mixtape or did you?
You told me about it,
yeah.
And I was like, I thought I already did something with it, but then I listened to it, and there was like 2 or 3 songs that I did on it, but I never had the whole joint.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. That's crazy. So
yeah, that's how it popped. And yeah, we doing a listening party August 15th at Wilmington Distillery. Got my man Moss coming through.
Yeah.
Might perform a little bit, but yeah, come through and check it out and give it a listen.
That's
man.
Gonna be dope. I'll definitely be there.
Right.
I love what you said. Like, that's something in hip hop that, like, I've always loved. It's just kind of creating themes for projects. Like, y'all can rap and shit, but when you say you put, like, I put clips of the movie in there and kind of gave the answer, like, it really gives it that feel. And I'm a little jealous because Back to the Future is like my favorite movie of all time. And if I could make every project a Back to the Future project, I would.
Right.
But no, I've seen, like, the DeLorean imagery. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's just, it's nostalgic, man. And, and it hits. So yeah, I think you do that well, man. I really like that.
I appreciate it.
And another one I saw, which I was going to go ahead and hit on, like the Sonny Crockett tapes I saw.
Yeah.
And you had the clips, and like, there's a lot of stuff where you do like, and I'm like, oh, I'm really feeling it. It's a very dope feel. It gives it a texture, like more than just the music. It's not just rapping, but you're giving it like a whole presence and a storyline. Dope,
yeah. I think with the Sonny Crockett mixtape too, that was like the first project we kind of really locked in on, and that was something different for the both of us, because I think we were really starting to get used getting used to working with each other and knowing what each other like. Mm-hmm. So now, like, B will send me a beat pack and be like, yo, boom. And he'll know that I like it. He knows how to orchestrate the chaos around my bars. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and it's real easy. And when you got somebody that makes beats for you that already knows what you're feeling before you feel it, mm-hmm. it's just easy day at the job. You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope.
Yeah, that's what B brings to the table.
So like with him saying that too, is I've been around you a little bit and seen some of your process, and like what he said hits home. Like I've seen how you'll produce something or you'll create something and you'll be like, I think this sounds dope with so and so style, because you heard so many artists, work with so many artists, that you can kind of get a feel for what pocket they're gonna be in.
Exactly.
And like that's really dope. So like you know what I mean? Like if you want to talk a little bit about that, or like how your process works with that, like when you're
like I'll start my day off. There's certain artists I like to drop at certain times mm-hmm. in the week. Like it's bigger than just making beats. It's like when is it good for me to drop them? Who's got a project coming out right now? Because if I drop it, it's going to attract more attention to them. It's going to help me out too. Like,
you're doing artist development at the same time that you're doing production.
That's what
dog.
I'm saying. It's bigger than just
slightly managing. Like, yo.
Right. So like I'll do that, and I'll be like, all right, like I did a joint like last week because the artist had a joint coming out. I'm gonna play you a couple songs of his later, but I was like, okay, it's good for me to put a remix out for him right now. That way his name's bubbling more. So I'll throw his acapella in there. I'll take out the verses, and then I'll specifically, I might start with the drums first, and then I'll go to the samples. My drums gotta knock, so the drums gotta go with it first usually, and then I'll just go through samples and I'll find what matches that person perfectly, and then I'll try to key match it, make sure it sounds good, the best it can with them. I'm not gonna give away all the secrets, but I might speed it up. I might slow it down. Yeah. Like, I might slow it down to where it's unrecognizable. It's just different ways to do it. Chop it up. I keep it simple too, bro. If you got a dope loop it up.
You don't gotta do too much to it.
It's not about me. It's about making dope music for the rappers to rap to. It's not about me being super technical, having 10 different breaks, a chorus, all this. No, man. Can somebody get busy to this joint immediately? When they hear that, they're gonna get busy to
this joint. You know what I mean? And I like it. This is just a personal thing, but as far as knowing you and working with you, you got crazy humility when it comes to stuff. Like, I've been at shows and I've watched artists do nothing but CoolOut sessions, CoolOut session beats, and it's like, yo, and you're chilling, and you're just kind of like, you're very humble with it, which is dope, man, because it's like, if you're paying attention at that show, you're on every corner, bro. You're like, boom, here you are, and you don't, like you said, it's not all about me, so like, I don't see you up there, you're not Diddy dancing in the video, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a really cool aura about it, man. You're more about wanting to work with the artist, and I think that's really dope. So B, I want to ask you a question, man. Right. We were talking about this yesterday, and I'm curious, man. Do you think you have a sound as a producer, or like, do you feel that do you feel like you have a sound? You know, like
I think if you make beats, you'll notice like certain things I do within the beats. Mm-hmm. But as far as the actual soundscape, the sounds I use, you can't tell. Because I use so many different sounds, like my drums are gonna vary. The way I look at it is modern boom bap. So like I used to use a Kia MPC a lot, and I would just tap out my beats. But after a while, I was like, man, it just boom bap, boom. I want to use I really want to use live drums. I love drum breaks, but I never used them. I used to do like a lot of 808 patterns and stuff like that, and just regular boom baps. But when I switched up to mixing it up and using breaks, live drums, it makes it a little bit more organic. It sounds like a band playing instead of somebody just making a basic beat.
I like that live sound too.
Yeah, and I use a lot of varying sounds, man. It just depends on the artist. Like, I experiment with you and 84 core with beats that I probably wouldn't give to Fuzz or somebody else, because I just know you guys
doing experimental shit.
I know you guys personally and what y'all like, and I'm like, this sound would go better with them because they don't rap. I see the type of music you guys rap to, and it varies, so I'm gonna give you guys something a little bit more different.
See, that's dope though. The attention to detail and just paying attention to what people are doing is fire, man. So, I mean, just the normal questions anybody wants to ask, like, an artist, man, is like, what are some of the artists and some of the, not even necessarily just artists, but what are some of the things that inspire you for us to create, maybe when you were younger, maybe now, things that you listen to, you know what I mean? Like, what are some of the big, heavy influences?
I was always a fan of the Gangstar's, the Wu-Tangs. I was a real big fan of Native Tongue Tribe, like Tribe Called Quest and De La, you know what I'm saying? Because they brought something different to the game as far as having a different personality, having a different type of style. Because you gotta think about this. When they slid into the game, it was gangster rap.
Yep.
And it was like
coming out of NWA.
Yeah. So that was different. I mean, not saying that what we were listening to at the time was whack, right? Like, we needed to hear about what was going on in the streets and things like that, but that brought something different. And I think with us, the way that we work and the way that we vibe, we're kind of doing that, something in that same lane, like bringing something different to what's going on right now. So I've always listened. I always listen to the dudes that were different, like, you know, Souls of Mischief and the whole High Road Clique and Boot Camp Clique, and I was always a big fan of Factions.
So I gotta break. So then we're kind of from that era. Then so back then, Boot Camp or Wu-Tang? You had to pick one back in the day. And who were you rolling with heavier?
I'm gonna have to say Wu-Tang, just because I was a fan of the martial arts.
See, I'm a bigger Wu fan now, but I think back then I was more on Boot Camp. I just, you know,
they were fire, man. They were fire. I mean,
Helter Skelter, Sean P. Like
OGC.
Yes, man. I still listen to The Storm on a regular basis. Like, the album that goes in, I'm like, oh.
I always felt like Sterang Wonder was probably one of the most underrated dudes ever. Like,
a lot of the artists that you mentioned to me, like, that was what it made hip hop fun. And not to say that it wasn't fun in other areas, but like, it's like when I first heard Scenario and I kind of like get this whole vibe, I'm like, wait, it's more than just what they're rapping about. Like, the whole song, the energy, you know, he's busting like Leaders of the New School. It was fun, and then at the same time, there was like this not educational, but there was something to it that, like, all right, I'm feeling like there's positive elements to it. You know what I mean? There's giving little bits of jewels here and there, but it was just fun, man. It made it, and I thought Busta carried that for a long time. Like, I loved watching Busta back in the day. He would do same with Redman, man. These guys would just go out and be like, you know what? Like, rap's cool and it's serious, but we're having fun with the shit, and like, I love that about those dudes, man. And I see that with you guys a lot too. I definitely. Who are some artists? So coming up, when you came from GA, what's some of the musical groups or like producers or people that you've worked with in the past to get where you're at now?
Oh man, shout out to my man Calico. Calico was. You were talking earlier before we were recording. You were talking about Shaft. And I was in a group called Shaft, and my man Calico made the beats for that. And then when we moved up here, we were still Shaft, and my man Joe Marengo and Eddie and my man Darren at the time had like a group, and so we called ourselves NHA, National Hip Hop Association. So like I said,
fire though.
Going back to the faction, to the point, you know what I'm saying? So we created our own little faction around Port City in the early days, and I mean these, you know, so just working with DJ Suspense. Shout out to Battle too. Battle and I worked together for a long time. We did the Action Inc. albums, or the Action Inc. album. And then like I would say the biggest influence is when I played with Organics with the live band.
That's dope.
And really got to see how music was put together. And I think that's like to where I'm at now versus then. I think the big influence was definitely the band. because I was playing with top tier jazz musicians, and these guys are professors and have masters and doctors in music, and so these dudes were real ill. So I got to like watch Benny Hill work. And
that's
Kobe.
That's serious. Yeah.
Like, so I, practiced with those guys for hours at a time, and then got to see how live music is really the foundation of what we're doing.
Did you perform with the live bands at that point?
Yeah, I played with Organics, man, for years.
And rapping live with a band versus a DJ, is it two different experiences?
Yeah, it is. It is. For the sake of when you got a band, you can pretty much wing it however you want. You know what I mean, and change the tempo, especially if you and that band are locked in. But with a DJ, I feel like if you don't, and this is why I always saying, like, having a DJ is so important in hip hop, and a lot of groups are steering away from having a DJ on stage with them. You know what I mean? Sometimes that can't be helped if you don't really have a DJ, but I'm just saying, like, for guys that started with a DJ and somehow just don't do it anymore, the DJ adds so much. But when you are locked in with a DJ that you homies with, like, for instance, like Battle, so locked in with him, man, we've done so many shows together, opening up for people to where, like, we're so locked in. Like, Battle and I could do shows like maybe 3 times a year. Each time we do it, it's like we never lost a beat. So having that element, I think, was really dope for me to learn with. But by the time I got to the band, I was so already nice with working with that live element and winging stuff, that the band just made it so much more fun. And that's kind of where I'm at now with my writing and my freestyling. Like, I really like just to wing it. I don't like to take it too seriously, but I'm serious about it.
But that's dope. I 100% get it.
That's kind of how everything just kind of like blended in. But I think I got really nice, man, after playing with Organics and having to do stuff on the spot and having to do stuff live and having to deal with, like, a malfunction of somebody's guitar string breaking,
right there.
The sound go. So that made me, like,
that's when you can get in your MC bag too, and you can kind of carry the crowd. If something happens here, well, boom, I can pick this up here. Yeah.
And I feel like with hip hop, man, a lot of cats forgot what that is, to be like an MC. It's not just about a look. It's about caring about what you're doing and carrying the torch with the crowd behind you through a dark tunnel and showing them while you on stage. It's a story, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know, man. I just always tried to keep it traditional.
You carry that. Well, when I've seen you perform, like, you have that aura of MC where, like, there's crowd control, where you're talking to the crowd, you're engaging the crowd's engaged with you. And, like, it's such an important factor to local shows. And I've seen dudes that are amazing. Even I struggle with the MC factor, like rocking the crowd at times. But, like, if an artist goes out there and works the crowd, and then you're actually rapping and you're doing your thing, man, it's so much more connected than just getting out there quietly and then being like, all right, I'm gonna rap through this thing. Like, that's dope, but it misses that connection. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with, like, adding the DJ. When you've got a DJ that you work with, man, that set is so different than just going out there and hitting play and rapping over your show mixes. You know what I'm saying? Your DJ knows when to drop shit out, pull this. Like, if you go left, he knows, all right, he's going left, I'm gonna hit here, boom. Like, and it adds so much. You hit the nail on the head, man. It's like, I came from the era of the DJ and a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was just so much more fun. And then when they work together, because we've all done shows where you've got a DJ there. And it's cool, but it's more or less he's just there to play your music for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It hits different when it's your people's behind you.
So you did a thing, I think a couple years ago, and I don't know if Brian was on something, but it was really dope. You was talking about Battle, and I remember you guys did Monumental Mondays. I think.
Before COVID.
And I have to give a lot of respect because bro, like, I remember we would go down there every once in a while. And you would be there every first Monday, I think, and like, yo, no matter what, like, there was a cypher going on, and it was cool because I would see dudes that would come from, like, Ski Mask League circle, and then there's some younger trap kids that heard about it that now showed up. It was just dope, man.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Like, why don't you tell, like, because I don't want to tell you a story, but what was that? Like, go ahead, you know what I'm saying?
So we were just trying to come up with something, man, like, on a weeknight, just something different, just something fun, and I reached out to, shout out to Cali. I reached out to Cali at Ducky Dive And actually, no, Callie reached out to me. Anyway, it was mutual. Mm-hmm. And we were just like, yo, can we do something like once a month? Just to keep people interested and just that do, just on some fun type stuff. And so she was like, yeah. So I said, well, we'll do an open mic. And I hit Jeff up. And, Jeff is already ready to go anytime I call him. So I was like, yo, let's do Monumental Mondays. We'll call it Monumental Mondays. We'll do like an open mic. You'll spin, and then open up the mic later. And we started doing it, and all of a sudden, man, it kind of got into a thing where, we started having regular people come out like once a month. Shout out Solomon. Solomon would always come out.
Solomon.
Yeah.
That's I think Lo went out there with the first time too.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to P Grant too. But the dope thing about that though, Breeze, was like each month you got to see people that was really starting to grow. Like
that's how it looked, man.
Like when I first met P Grant, I was like, yo, this dude can rap. And then like each month he'd come up, like, when he would come up, and I'm like, yo, like
he could really rap.
He could really rap. Like, so and then it was cool because like we would both go back and forth, and you could tell that we both like, like, I'm gonna see what you got. I'm gonna see what you got. But I think
steel sharpens steel.
Man. That made us so solid. And I see that a lot now with P Grant when he does his stuff live. Like I still see that energy and that mind of a beast on the mic in a cypher, and he's carried that so well. And I think a lot of it has to do with just coming through and vibing and just talking to cats every month, and and looking at cats like, yeah, he probably got something with him this month. Like he really gonna try to light this up, And
that's that healthy competition.
It was good. Yeah, man, it was so good. I missed that a lot, man, because I met a lot of cool cats through that, and a lot of cats got turned on to what we were doing. So yeah, man, I would love to try to do that again.
That was definitely, it was a cool way. Hello, Brian. So CoolOut, dog. So CoolOut, man. Look. So, actually, both y'all, whoever want to answer.
All right.
So, we ain't gonna do the whole like, hey, how old are people? There's different age groups in hip hop, and I feel like everybody in the room is kind of on the veteran end of things, or the old head things. Right. And I'm curious, just we ain't gonna get through everything, but like, what's your take on where hip hop's been, where it's at now, and like, do you feel? Are you happy with the state of like hip hop in the moment, like the way that it's going? You know what I mean? Like, is it how is it for you?
I think it's dope because the best music out right now is, like we were saying earlier, from guys that are like 45 and up. So for me, I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think anything that you love to do in life should have an age limit, especially art. So I'm here for it.
It's coming back too for the older guys, man. Like we talked about like before, it was a time period where it was like only young guys with kind of like a bubblegum rap style of popping. Now it's like the older guys are kind of taking back over and going on tour with each other. It's looking good, man. I like it for sure.
I know a lot of people, and they are like, a lot of people like to attribute Griselda. I know a lot of people like, yo, Griselda kind of, and they did, but like I'm like, I think about like the Sky Zoos and the Torres and like all these dudes, the Rock Marcianos, who had kind of like I know that sound was alive, but I'm happy that whoever did kind of like made it kind of what people wanted to hear again. And I also think it's just a matter of time. Like I think that people were like, all right, rap's doing its thing. We like these vibes. This sounds cool. And then after a while, you're like, I want to hear something. Like, yo, you need to tell me something. Like, 'cause this is it. So it was inevitable. But I guess too, without just the state of like what artists are doing, what about like the internet with music and like how you can put music out now? So I hear lots of negatives and lots of positives. I have my own opinions on like how that works, but like, I'm curious. Do you like the new? I don't want to say the new wave, but like the way people are putting music out now. I guess you know what I'm saying. Like,
I do, definitely. I mean, it gives you a little bit more control. You can put out when you want to put it out, but it's not just, once again, it's like me not thinking just like a beat maker. It's not about just putting it out. It's about how you going to put it out, how you going to market it. Are you going to spend a little money on ads? Do you have anybody in the street that can pass out flyers? What's your rollout? Like, because anybody can put out music. Bro, listen, you spend money on beats.
I love it. You're
right. You know what I'm saying? You go to the studio, you pay the engineer, he's got to record you. Mm-hmm. You spent your time. Time is money. It's really that simple.
It's true.
Now you done spent like all that money and you just gonna throw it out there, bro? That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I mean, it's like a Volkswagen with a Ferrari engine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you rocking, it's got a nice engine, but damn, bro, you gonna fix that up? Like, the fixing it up part, listen, guys. The fixing it up part, if you don't want a Ferrari engine with a Volkswagen body, shout out to both of those brands. It's not
shout out Ferrari and Volkswagen.
But
it's sponsorships. Send me a Volkswagen or a Ferrari. I don't know.
You want to put out a total package. You spent so much time on 3/4 of it.
No,
like you want to make sure you maximize your efforts. Maximizing your efforts is making sure people hear it. So you gotta do shows in different places. You gotta pay for ads in different places. And you gotta really get on your grind to take it to the next level. Cause it's a lot of artists that put music out, but how are you gonna stand out from the guy that just puts it out? It's really that simple, man. And I'm not a genius, but I know that I know my mindset and where I want to be. So I'm just taking the proper steps it takes to get there. And I think we're gonna get there.
We live in I guess my thing on it is that we live in a time now too where I'm not a genius, but I can learn anything that I want to learn now because the information is available. So if I want to go learn, like, what's the best way to market a project at this time, like, I can research that information now and find it. Like, I kind of missed the old era of, like, all right, we record something on an analog Tascam 4-track.
Right.
I'm dubbing the tape and I'm handing that out to people, and that was fun, but it was very limited. Like, nowadays, I'm like, we have the ability to, if you really want to and you do it right, man, you could put your music out there with nobody behind you and you can reach different people. And I think that's the part of the internet culture that I like. I don't always like how people use it and things that they create, but I have endless, I mean, I can scroll and I'm like, yo, I might see a kid and I don't quite understand the way they look or how they, but I'm like, yo, he's dope. He's spitting. Like, I have access to so much stuff now. And I enjoy that. I like the way it's kind of moving in that direction. I think that all of us can utilize that stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's just so much going on with it, man. There's just it's a different culture than it used to be, man. But the internet is definitely giving us access to all types of stuff, man.
For sure.
So, all right. So what's the future? Before we get out of it, if you was gonna tell the people, I know you said you're working on his and you got some other stuff. Tell me the biggest shit you got going on that you really want to tell the people about, man.
Right now, I mean, just check me out on Instagram, CoolOut Sessions, Facebook, CoolOut Sessions, or Brian Akins, and you can see, like, every day I got a newer remix. As far as a bona fide project, the thing that I'm working on right now is I dropped a beat tape at the beginning of the year. It's called Love. What was it? Mark, cut this part out.
I do the same thing, bro. I can't even remember the titles of my own songs all the time.
What was the name of my joint, man? Love Blindly Hate.
Love, yeah. You should probably
Blindly Hate.
Check the Carfax.
Yeah.
I be trying to think of these real intricate names for songs, and then I forget them later. And I'm like, what did I title that again?
Yeah. Dude, I think that's why, like, now I come up with, like, just the most random, weirdest names so I don't forget it.
It's fun like that, though, too, man.
Yeah, man.
I guess I do want to ask you one more question. He's doing it too. Like, what's your opinion on DSPs and on streaming? Because, and the only reason I want to ask, I want to preface is because he was talking about, the Volkswagen, the Ferrari, and I think a lot of times, in my opinion, there's like a world of people who have used like digital streaming platforms as like an end goal, and they're like, all right, cool, I've got it on the DSPs, it's out, and I don't quite know how I feel. I don't really put my music on DSPs anymore, but I'm curious to how other people, if you think it's beneficial, if you think, if you think streaming is going to continue, you know what I mean?
I think it's beneficial for the kid in Utah who has never heard a Breeze Davis joint.
This is true.
I think it's been beneficial for the kid in Arizona who loves a CoolOut beat.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so for that part of it, yes, I think it's beneficial to a lot of people, including more so the fan versus the artist. Because now the fan has the access to you. Yeah, and it's just a click or a swipe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that part of it. But I always say this too, and CoolOut kind of threw me on this type of thinking. It's good to have your stuff on DSPs, but you should also set up some type of internet thing where you can actually sell your product. Bandcamp, and I always say, like,
I think Bandcamp's amazing and so slept on.
Yeah, Bandcamp is very slept on. And here's the thing too, I would suggest that people still put good music out on DSPs, mm-hmm. but it's like going fishing, right? It's like that DSP track is that bait,
exactly.
Right? And when you throw it in, and then when you get a bite, that's that Bandcamp purchase.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's that person that's like, okay, I checked out Breeze on Spotify. Now let's see if I got something that, if he has merch or if he has something I actually cop and have something or buy a download, and then that's where Bandcamp comes in. Right. So I've learned, especially with working with B, I've learned like that's the way you should probably do it. Because there's no money. Basically, there's no money in this rap shit, really, unless you're part of the machine, right? Let's just keep it a buck. And
even if you're part of the machine,
even if you're part of the machine,
how much you're getting off of streaming,
right? So I think it's wise to set up something on the back end for yourself to try to really sell your art and set it to the price you think that you deserve to get paid.
Agreed.
So I think DSPs is the bait, but the real bite is you getting people to come to you personally after that DSP listen.
Well, so, I see you kind of like, you guys do, a lot of the artists that I like, especially newer artists, have sort of found a way to just, they have their own fans, their core
mm-hmm.
fans, like the Currencies, the Big Crits.
Correct.
These guys are going to go on tour, the same people are going to come out, the same people are going to look for the drops. Like, they are locked in with the people that want them. They don't have to worry about going over here, and you know, they'll get a little bit of this, but they're already locked in, and that's the pocket I've always wanted to try to be in. That's where I kind of see mm-hmm. you guys going like, look, let's find the people that like this, lock that in, you know what I mean, and then boom,
that's it.
Finding our tribe.
But dude, it's true, and it feels better for the music, and I think that once you're in a world where like you're dealing with people that want to hear what you got, you know what I mean, it's easier now, you know, so you're not swimming through the waters of the internet where you've got these hate comments and like,
from some people that you don't know,
that you don't even know.
Like, yeah, man.
So, and I really commend that about you guys. I see you guys working a whole lot. Like, Fuzz, what are you thinking, man, for like the end of this year? I know you got that mixtape coming out.
I got we got the Jacks to the Future 2.0 remixes joint, and then we are gonna have my official solo album coming out through digital jukebox music from England, and CoolOut's got 5 beats on it. Shout out to Rizzy. Rizzy's got the other 5 beats on it.
A lot too.
Shout out to Rizzy. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And I got Tab 1 and Malls on the album. King Solomon's on the album. So it's gonna be a dope project. But yeah, that's basically out. And some other joints coming soon that we keep zipped up. But yeah, we're focusing on knocking out this album.
That's dope.
But I think next year's gonna be a fun one.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
Well, shit, man, that's a good little intro, man. We kind of got people that haven't heard of you guys to get some info, learn some stuff, and they can check you guys out. You want it one more time, like where the sites they can find you at?
CoolOut Sessions. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I wanted to also say, look out for DJ Greg Nasty CDs. He puts out a lot of stuff with me and Fuzz. Like we literally are still selling CDs. The CD is in Baltimore, Atlanta, Raleigh, Charlotte, all the cities. So those are being distributed out there. Shout out to him. I got Love Blindly Hate with a Focus. Go check it out on streaming platforms. Next project's gonna be a beat tape. I work with a lot of guys, but I don't have Third Element. check out my guys at Third Element. They're gonna be dropping soon. That's actually my next project with Third Element. And then I got the beat tape, and that's about it, man.
Dope, man.
Yeah,
Dope.
appreciate you.
Dope. Well, thank you, bro. And Fuzz, anything, man? Where you at? Where do people?
I am, yeah, man. Facebook, you can find me at Fuzz Jackson. You can find me at Fuzz Jacks on Facebook. You can find me on Fuzz Jacks on Instagram. Fuzz Jacks on TikTok, and North Jacks on X.
Bandcamp.
And yeah, fuzzjacks.bandcamp.com. So I'm everywhere.
We both got the Bandcamps. Go check out our Bandcamps, by the way. That helps us out a lot.
Check the homies on Bandcamp, man. That's where you can support
YouTube too. Check out the YouTube channel too. We got some
YouTube is
videos.
always beneficial, yo.
Yes.
Sure, man. So before we get into whatever else, man, we got something else we're gonna get into. Let these guys cook up a little bit. This dude, I get up every morning at 6 a.m. and he's working, man. He's making beats, he's cooking. Like, yo, dude is working. This man right here, I've never been to a show where he will not out-rap everybody in the room. Like, yo, if you want to hear somebody freestyle and just keep going and really know what they're saying, that's the man to do it. So, like, I'm really hoping after we get out of here and do this, man, we can see Brian cook up a little bit, CoolOut cook up a little bit. I apologize for using your government. I'll cut it out if you want. CoolOut to get his cook up on, man, because he's really dope at what he does. The phone stuff, Brandon.
It went through my headphones. Was it good?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was looking at you like, you don't hear this?
Yeah, I had to look at my phone.
Yeah. He was calm too. He's like,
We're good. We need to go into the thing, into the cook up. I'm gonna let these guys do whatever. We're good.
Ski my sweep.
CoolOut session. Shout out to Breed, shout out to Saint. Yo, we at the Ski-Lawdge. I got my snowboard. About to do a 1080 switch. See, you ain't think I knew about that shit. Gather round, party people. I'm just creating, just say it. Jackie taking back the basics. These guys are soft, sissy space it. I could care less what they thinking. Everything slowed down since I slowed down on that drinking. Jackie keep it hot like a minkin. But they don't understand, yo. I'm continental like a Lincoln. I back on this mic and they sinking. I'm on the brink of urgency, it's a rap emergency. It's kinda crazy now, somebody call up the clergy. Got my scalpel in hand, my pen, so it's surgery. Jackie get it down like Freddie with no mercury. But yo, these guys are really queening it. Understand they been really seeing, believing it. Stutter, what I get back with that butter. With that rhyme flow, baby, like I'm Joe Strummer. Watch me clash. Jackie got a style that's kinda rad. I'm kinda chillin' even though the world is sad. I do my thing, I'm glad I put it in my bag, cause they all trash, get it? Hefty cinch sack rap. Used to carry brown real raps in my rap sack. I know I say a lot, but I'm so hot. Maybe you can run across that field, dog, maybe not. Cut my finger off back in the game like I'm Ronnie Lott. I won't stop, baby, it's that real hip hop. From GA to the Cacalax when you call me Jax. Your little lady calls me Mr. Crackerback. Nah, I'm playing. Yo, these guys are all salad. Somebody call the dressing and croutons. I'm ballad. I'm back, baby. Understand if CoolOut's with that beat, then Jackie spitting in raw heat. Rather unique, watch me rock from A to Z. Yo, it's crazy. Right rhymes, left eye lazy, puff hazy. I'm so Swayze, R.P. Patrick. No SpongeBob, I track like a magnet, it's Jax. I pay attention now, GA bound. Yo, I got that southern sound that got the cats around. They don't understand Jackie really wild, so everybody sit down Native American style and relax when you pay attention. Set them up for the bass and set them up for the lynching, so let's hang for a minute. I'm so cool, thumbs up, Fonzarelli leather jacket, sipped up noodles and spaghetti, but I'm so saucy. Tony Danza bossy, looking for Angela, like Tarantula, no KD. When you see me, it's crazy. Got a buffet of rhymes and it's not KC's. Yeah, it's JAXX. I'm asking who's next. Got on Nike, so check please. I'm ready to go. CoolOut, let them know. Get up on that beat, dog. We about to blow. So hot, I burp volcano lava. Gotcha. Winning in this booth, that's my mantra. You guys thinking y'all hard, but y'all softer. I got my mind on you, cool like Frank Sinatra, but I'm more like Dean Martin, who's starting. Cutting the cheese, the room stinks like they farting. It's all gas. Wrap 'em up, baby, so bad. Older guy still rock his pants with a sad. Yeah, I'm in my bag now. I got a new attitude. I'm ravishing Rick Rude. I got this mic. Top pick. Losing my voice, but I'm back on some ill-ish. Never ignorant, like deliverance. Make him squeal like a pig every time they're hearing it. Look, I got the upper hand. Jackie do it now, he a bad man. Yeah, kinda saucy inside my saloon. We can duke it out, draw like it's hard noon. I got bars to go, letting them go. They got the long face, Jay Leno, I let them know, whoa. Surf MCs like Kelly Slater, far from a hater. Jackie the great debater. Been nice since my cousin played his first Sega. You alright, a potato. So y'all so salty like a canned ham. Jackie do it all, man. Never gave a damn like I'm Clark Gable. Willing and able, the wildest horse in the stable. So grab your stallion, my ill battalion. It's monumental music, that's what we do now. These guys are useless, you can't defuse this. I'm a tie bomb, tie bomb. Tie bomb, that's a drink, no a time bomb. I'm ready to blow up, so grow up. Please don't even show up. Jackie let them know, spit a verse and tear the flow up. When you see me, it's Dub Z. Make them wonder strange like OGC. Nosy like Adrian Brody. Think about it if you try to approach me closely. A leg sweep specialist. They playing checkers, yo, I'm playing Tetris. Who's getting better than this? I'm Jerome Bettis in his prime. Hear a ball, your face turn sour like a lime. I do my thing, I'm CP3 looking dime. Watch me shine, yo, I stay on the grind. It's not funny, they sweeter than honey. Yo, they all dummies. I'm staying on the grind until I get that Tony Hawk money. Pay attention when I spit a flame. Shit, on my grind like it's X Games. Calling out a victory, shaking, breaking ankles, Kathy Bates with the misery. Cooler than James Caan, you con man. Yeah, trench coat, I'm Peter Falcon. I'm on the case, wrestle with mics, no Harley race. I get back at it now, Jackie's so great. Give me thumbs up like Siskel and Ebert. I do my thing, switch game like a revert. Coming down now, hit the transition like a skater. Do my thing now, dog, I hate the fader like a shot from Dirk or a haircut. You know, something's in the room, my eyes smoky like a pork butt. Say what?